Hello, hello. Okay, here's going to be a quick lesson on key of G. And in the key of G, we have a 1-chord G, a 4-chord C, 5-chord D, and in the minor chords we have the 6, which is E minor, and then we have a 2, A minor, A minor 7, and then we have a 3 that you might occasionally get to, a B minor. And if you want to go all the way out to the 7, F sharp diminished. And then different variations of those chords in the key of G. Key of G, probably the most popular key for acoustic guitar playing, especially in contemporary Christian songs. Many of these songs are G done in key G, and they capo it around to get it into the key they want to sing it in. So the difficulty is when you're learning guitar, trying to stretch all the way across to get the 2 G's. That's a low G, that's a high G. If you learn to play it this way, and I'm using 2nd finger on the G, 1st finger on the A string on the B, and 3rd finger on the high G. And this 4th finger is doing nothing. Now what the difficulty is, if you have to switch to a C, you got to turn your whole hand around like this to get to your standard C chord, which is 3, 3rd finger on the A string on the C, 2nd finger on the D string on the E, open G, 1st finger on the B string on the C. So you're going here, to here, to here, to here. So preferably is to learn to play that chord using your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger. So the standard way to do that, 3rd finger on the G, 4th finger all the way on the high G, 2nd finger here. Then to get to C, you simply make that small shift. So I'm going here from G, and then all I do is drop the 2nd finger and the 3rd finger and the 2nd finger down 1 string, let go of the 4th finger, and put the 1st finger on that C there. Now if you're paying attention, you probably notice I'm not always putting my 2nd finger down. So that's the other option, is to learn this chord using just the 2, the 3rd and the 4th finger. Let me show that a little bit more. 3rd finger here on G, the low G. 4th finger all the way on the high G here. And that A string is just muted. You kind of lightly rest your finger here. You're muting that. So that's another way, and then you can add that in. As you get more comfortable, add in that A string B on the 2nd finger. And then, if you get comfortable with that, familiar with that, you can hammer on the middle part of the C here while keeping these 2 G's. Very popular. That's another reason to learn to play that G with the third and fourth finger. Gives you that option. Also, if you want to add just the fourth. So a lot of options there that make it a lot easier. So that's the advantage of playing third and fourth. Now a lot of times I'll use four fingers to play a G. Also another very popular way. Let's see if I can get a better picture of that. Okay, so trying to figure out how much time I'm on here. Okay, so all I'm doing here now is I'm adding fourth finger. I'm adding the third finger here. Instead of playing it up here, I'm bringing it all the way down here on the B string and play it a D. And then the first finger on the A string and second finger on the low E string. Now the advantage of this, it's a different sounding G, a little bit more open sounding. In the key of G, you want to add a 4 C. It's not exactly a standard C. You're adding the 2. A lot of times you'll see C2 or an add 9 or an add 2. So that's another easy way to learn how to play a G and a C. If you can get this all 4 fingers down, just do that to get to the G and then down to the D. So the ways to learn this: second and third and fourth, adding the second finger there, okay, and then also all 4 fingers with that D, and then to that C. The example I'm going to use for this key G is the song Give Us Clean Hands. We're going to start with G. We bow our hearts. We bow our hearts. D. We bend our knees. Oh Spirit, come. That's the C. Make us humble. We turn our eyes. D. From evil things. Oh Lord, we cast down. Pure heart. Let us not lift our souls to another. That's an E minor in there. Give us clean hands, oh God. Give us pure hearts. E minor. Let us not lift our souls to another. That's the 6th, the E minor. So it gives you an idea what you can do with that, using that G and that C. I'm trying to think of another example here right off the top of my head. Maybe another Tomlin song. Holy is the Lord. We stand and lift up our hands. Joy of the Lord is our strength. Playing around with those to see in G how you can use that 4-fingered G to kind of get around. I'll think of some other samples and maybe post another video. But anyways, it's just a little key of G primer. Learn the G, the third and fourth finger.